Hello, everybody, and welcome to this new session on the lecture series of Deutsch for Beginners. So, in today's lesson, we will be learning few rules and tricks on how to determine the article of a noun. Okay, so there are two types of article: definite article and indefinite article. Bestimmter Artikel und unbestimmter Artikel. In English, we have only one definite article, da, that always keeps the same form. However, in Deutsch, the definite article has many forms, and the article we choose depends on whether the noun it is used with is feminine, masculine, or neuter, okay? Sounds strange, right? But it is not too difficult to learn it. Okay, so let's start learning. Let us look few examples first. Die Frau ging spazieren. The woman went for a walk. Der Mann heiratet. The man gets married. Das Mädchen singt. The girl is singing. As you might know that in Deutsch we have three articles: die, der and das. Die is used to represent feminine article, der is for masculine article, and das is neuter article. Let's look few more examples. Die Katze ist sehr niedlich. The cat is very cute. Der Löwe schläft friedlich. The lion is sleeping peacefully. Das Kind ist sehr glücklich. The child is very happy. There are some important points to remember here. First, the article die, der and das reveal the gender of a noun. Second, in most of the cases, it is difficult to identify the gender without the article. Third, even though there are some exceptions, for example, in case of person, it is really easy to determine the gender. Once you have the article, you can easily determine the gender of the noun. Now let us look more examples when to use die. We will be use die for weibliche Personen. That is for female person. Die Frau, die Ärztin, die Lehrerin, die Mutter und so weiter. In case of Baum or Blumen, die Eiche, die Weide, die Ulme, die Lilie, die Tulpe, die Rose und so weiter. Deutschflüsse, die Oder, die Neckar, die Mosela, die Elbe und so weiter. Also, there are certain words with some specific endings that can also help us in recognizing the article. For example, nouns with ending e or ei. Die Wolke, die Sonne, die Rakete, die Metzgerei, die Konditorei, die Bäckerei und so weiter. Ending with heit or kite, die Seekrankheit, die Schönheit, die Gesundheit, die Wirklichkeit, die Süßigkeit und so weiter. Ending with ie, enz, schafft, ur and ung. Die Garantie, die Konferenz, die Gesellschaft, die Frisur, die Rechnung und so weiter. When to use der? Summarily, we will use it for männlich Personen, that is for male personal. Der Mann, der Arzt, der Lehrer, der Vater und so weiter. Wochentage und Monate und Jahreszeiten. Der Montag, der Dienstag, der Januar, der Februar, der Sommer, der Winter und so weiter. Himmelsrichtungen und Wetter. Der Norden, der Osten, der Schnee, der Blitz und so weiter. Noun ending with er. Der Spieler, der Computer, der Wecker, der Koffer und so weiter. Ending with ig und ich. Der Honig, der Essig, der Zweig, der Teppich und so weiter. Ending with ling und in. Der Zwilling, der Lehrling, der Bioladen, der Einkaufswagen und so weiter. When to use das? Noun ending with ment und tum. Das Element, das Medikament, das Fragment, das Instrument, das Datum, das Ultimatum, das Votum, das Wachstum und so weiter. Ending with et und ium. Das Bett, das Buffet, das Brett, das Observatorium, das Bakterium, das Ministerium und so weiter. Lein, Hen, das Kindlein, das Fräulein, das Häuslein, das Mädchen, das Märchen, das Fähnchen und so weiter. Now that we have gained knowledge about definite article, let's work out little bit on indefinite article, that is unbestimmte Artikel. Okay, so let's do a few sentences to understand them. Sie hat eine Wohnung. She has an apartment. Die Wohnung ist schön. The apartment is nice. The definite article oder bestimmte Artikel, die, just as the name suggests, is talking about a particular thing. For example, here it is an apartment. That's why this article are definite, that is bestimmte Artikel. Whereas in the case of indefinite articles, that is unbestimmte Artikel, Just as the name suggests, we are not talking about any particular thing, property, or any person, but just an apartment. That's why we use unbestimmte article or indefinite article here. Let us look few more examples. Er ist ein Mathematiklehrer. He is a math teacher. Der Mathelehrer ist sehr gut. The math teacher is very good. Observe, in the first sentence, we are just talking about a mathematics teacher. Whereas, in the second sentence, we are talking about a particular math teacher who is very good. Es gibt ein Auto. There is a car. Das Auto ist ziemlich teuer. The car is pretty expensive. Similarly, here also, in the first sentence, we are just talking about a car. Whereas, in the second sentence, we are talking about a particular car which is pretty expensive. So, this is the difference between definite article and indefinite article. Apart from that, you also have to remember one important point here, that when the bestimmte article is die, we have the unbestimmte article is eine. When the definite article is der oder das, we have the unbestimmte article is ein. These are the singular unbestimmte article for feminine, masculine and neuter gender. But in case of plural, we may or may not use unbestimmte article. For example, these sind frische Früchte. These are fresh fruits. Die Früchte sind ganz frisch. The fruits are quite fresh. Observe that in this case we can say ein or eine by using as a plural. Hence, in the case of plural, there is no unbestimmte article. But when the article is negative, then the plural has an article. But this we will be learning in the forthcoming lecture.